Hi guys, good afternoon to all of you. I hope everyone is doing fine. Today I'm going to talk about another interesting topic on know your right as a power consumer. This has become necessary because of the feedback I've been getting from my loyal viewers. Today I am going to talk about why it is better to use prepaid rather than using the postpaid. Why it is better to use prepaid rather than the postpaid. Now, we all know human beings by nature don't usually pay their bills or are willing to pay their debts. That is the nature of human beings. When they owe someone, it is difficult for them to pay the person. So it is better that we all understand this and rather use prepaid meter. The prepaid meter is far. I'm not saying that it is the best for everybody. Everybody has his own way of using his light or how he wants to use the light. But if you ask me, as someone who has been on the field for a very long time, I will tell you to use the prepaid if it is available or if it is made available for you. Because there are so many advantages when you are using a prepaid meter. I'm not saying the postpaid is bad, no. But like I said earlier, human beings by nature always find it difficult paying debt. So in order for the utility company and the customer to have a peaceful coexistence, then they must be able to offer prepaid meters to the customers because it makes the utility company work easier and it also makes the customer work easier. Why am I saying this? One, when you are using a prepaid meter, the management of your power is in your hands. You determine when to have power and when not to have power. And you'll be able to know that this credit that I'm buying, 20 cedis or 30 cedis or 40 cedis, this is the gadget I want to use. So your power usage is in your hands. You manage your consumption because you are using a prepaid meter. Even the credit can finish and you decide that I don't need this power. I don't need light now, so I won't buy credit. So what I'm saying is this. That is one of the number one benefits of using a prepaid meter. You manage your power management is in your own hands. Nobody determines when to use your light and when not to use your light. It is only when there is a light of general light of that you can experience it, or only when you don't have money to purchase power. That is when you will be off. But once you are able to buy power and manage your consumption properly, then the power is in your hands. Your power consumption is in your hands. Number two, you don't accumulate debts. Yes, it is very important. People by nature, how will I put it? When you give people credit, they use it anyhow because at the end of the month, at the end of the month they will give them the bill. So they don't even know how much they are expecting, whether they are consuming high or not. They don't even know. So what they normally do is that they use the power anyhow. But when you are using a prepaid meter, you avoid debt because you can't use the light anyhow. Because when you buy the credit and you start using, you know whether the air condition that I'm using, this is the amount of credit that is going out. Or if I'm using a microwave, this is the amount of power that is going out. And for that matter, you'll be able to do what? Manage. So you avoid using power unnecessarily. You don't, because you have seen what you are consuming day by day, because most of the prepaid meters now give you alert. They update you, they communicate to you through your phone how much your credit is left, how much your credit is on the meter. So you'll be able to know that if I don't use this power properly, I might be found wanting. So number two is you avoid getting debts at the end of the day, because you buy before you use. That is one of the most important aspect of using a prepaid meter. Now, number three is also very, very important, and that is the reason why I prefer customers to use the prepaid meter. The number three is you don't see ECG people coming, the utility company coming to your house and threatening you, demanding to disconnect your power because you owe them. And for prepaid, you don't do that unless when you do illegal connection. That is when they come for you. Now, if you don't do anything bad and you are buying your credit, even when you see ECG people in your house, you are happy. You are the one even showing them that this is where the meters are, or this is where this person meter is, because you are bold. You are using your own. You are using prepaid. You are buying your credit. You can even give them your purchasing receipt for them to go through and find out whether the purchases that you are doing is going according to plan or not. You are bold enough to determine, to even ask the ECG man to check your meter for you, because you are using a prepaid meter. So you don't see, when you are using prepaid, you don't see ECG men tormenting your life, demanding for payment, threatening to disconnect you. No, you are on your own. And that is one best reason why using prepaid meter is very, very better, or it has an advantage. Now, number four is also very, very important when you are using a prepaid meter. Number four is when you are using a prepaid meter, you are your own man. When I say you are on your own man, you can decide not to buy power for 100 years, 50 years, 70 years. Nobody cares, because it is like you're buying credit on your phone. If you don't have a call to make, you don't buy credit. It's only when you want to make a call before you go in for the credit. So using prepaid meter is also like that. You determine when to use the light. So what happens is this: when you are using a prepaid meter, you can decide that, okay, I am traveling. So once I'm traveling, apart from my fridge, no, but if you can even decide that, okay, once I'm traveling, I'm going to put everything off. So you off your main switch, and then put your, how will I put it? Put your main switch off and travel. By the time you return, the credit you left there is still there. If only your earth is not leaking. If only you don't have an earth wire that is leaking, that is when power goes out while you are not using your gadgets. So you can see that using prepaid meter, it has so many advantages. So you have to, like I said, you have to be prepared to go in for the prepaid meters as of now, because I see it far, far better than the postpaid meter. I see it far, far better than the postpaid meter, because of the problems it generates when you are using light without listen. When you are using light without you don't even know when how much you are consuming. You consume the power anyhow. You do everything anyhow. You how will I put it? You can even go and bring 5 air conditioners. You are conducing because you don't know the listen.